What is going down, YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Thank you for stopping by. Just going to do a show today. The topic of the day is pet peeves. I don't normally do topics, but why not? Let's try something new here. I haven't done a topic show in a few weeks, so let's see where it goes. So I'll start out by saying hello, Troc. I don't know if you're still here or hanging around. See how everybody's doing. I do have the link pinned. So Mike F, how are you? Good morning. I do have the link pinned. If anybody wants to come on up and share your opinions, that's cool. I'm going to go off an article that I was the first thing that came in the Googles. So I'm going to go off that article. If anybody needs reference to that article, it is in the description of this video. Adam, what's going down? How are you? So arm distance, how are you? Good to see you guys here. Gerard, what's happening? Yeah, I'll wait a couple more minutes, see who else wants to drop in, and we'll go from there. So again, we're going to talk about some pet peeves. I'm going to go off a list. It's pretty common sense. It's pretty obvious. You know, we'll probably share a lot of the same thoughts here, but why not? Let's do this. So, all right, let's go. Let me turn that up a little bit. There we go. All right. Kelly, how are you? Good morning. Let me get this set here. All right, so there's 70 on this list, so we'll do some. We'll see how it goes. So the biggest and most common pet peeves. So first on the list is chewing sounds and noises. So when people chew with their mouth open, whether it's right in front of you, whether it's on the side of you, or someone at the table next to you, or some stranger you don't know, you could be sitting across from, waiting somewhere. Hang on here. Hang on. All right, we do have a special guest coming on the panel, and I'm just going to say it right now. Get over here! All right. Yo.
What's going down?
Did you like that welcome sign or noise? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Wow.
Yeah. So, all right. So you want to do this list with me here?
All right, hang on. I just took the chalaza out of my eggs. Okay, I'm cooking and eating and doing. Yeah, come on, let's do this.
So so chalaza is the white spermy looking stuff when you crack an egg open. So Teendu, in the midst of this show, is that a pet peeve of yours?
That's why I brought it up.
Okay, all right, good enough. Yeah, so Teendu cannot make eggs without taking the chalaza out of the eggs. So who else we got? TT, how are you? Gerard, what's going down? Carmela, how are you? Gianni, what is happening? Adam, I don't know if I said hello, but hello, Adam. So I started out with chewing noises. So when people, sit there and Skip, what's up? So they chew without closing their mouth.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think about that one? Pretty nasty, huh?
Okay. Yeah, if you ever see when you had a father like me, if you ever did that, chewed with your mouth open in front of him, he'd slap the food right out of your mouth. So that's all I have to say there.
That and like excessively loud, like licking your fingers, like to the point of pop out of your mouth, that sort of thing.
If you licked your fingers around my parents, please stop. I love your topics. Your topics just blow me away. Licking fingers. Oh.
It's bad. It's just all like a hygiene thing. Like it's all
Yes, yes.
I don't know.
Now, see that for example. Okay, 12 o'clock lunchtime on a construction project. Could you imagine licking your fingers
Oh
after
God,
what
no.
you
Yeah,
know
but
what
what
I
about
mean? Those are the things those are the, you know, okay, what I'm saying is, yeah, you wash your hands, but you don't wash them good enough on a
well,
construction
yeah,
project. You don't get a
yeah.
chance to wash your hands sometimes. And let me tell you, that's the worst feeling in the world when you have to eat with dirty hands. But besides that, imagine licking your fingers afterwards.
So
Okay,
what about if
go
you
ahead.
get uh like a rack of ribs at the restaurant? Do you still lick your
No,
fingers or no?
no,
No.
there's no licking of the fingers. I'm done. I'm done with you. I don't care what it is. Oh, TT, help me. TT, where are you?
No finger sucker.
I'm not even hungry. I'm not even hungry for my eggs anymore. You know what?
Oh.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, well, we
Good
started
stuff.
that one out with a bang, huh? All right.
Oh, okay, real fast. Let's throw this one in there before I ever forget.
Let's go.
Chicken wings. What would you like to dip your chicken wings in? Go ahead, say it.
You know what I'm gonna say. If you don't dip your chicken wings in blue cheese, there's something wrong with you. It's just
Don't
not
even
the way
come
it goes.
around me.
I have a small
Don't come
list.
around me.
I wrote that on here. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I wrote a little list of my own pet peeves, and that is on here.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not gonna 100%. Let me see. I can't even fucking read my own writing. Yeah, buffalo, or yeah, that was one of my other personal one. Buffalo wings. They're chicken wings or wings in Buffalo. In Buffalo, you say
Yep.
wings. If you're outside of Buffalo and you want to say chicken wings, fine, but don't say buffalo wings because buffaloes don't have wings. Correct?
Ah,
So
absolutely.
there you go. So yeah, Carmela said it. Oh, looks like my mouse is not working. All right. So Carmela said that mothers would have knocked her teeth out. Her mother would have knocked her teeth out. Right. Yep, I get it.
There you
I
go.
get it. It's bad. Like it's just not, not that I'm like king of
Yeah.
etiquette or anything, but I mean it's nasty. You know what I mean? So
Yep. See what I mean? That's old school right there. That's old school. So, not the fingers, anything. How about burping? How about burping at the
that's
table?
on the list. So we'll go into that too. So yeah,
Okay, I'll
burping.
slow down. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll slow down. Take over.
What's up, Stig? So listen. So my father. Like he doesn't
Oh,
really. He doesn't. There's not much that's gonna offend him. Okay. You know what I mean? He's
no.
seen it all, done it all, whatever. So one of my ex-girlfriends belched very loud at one of our holiday dinners, but he didn't say nothing. He never said nothing. The whole table stopped. The whole table just
Yeah.
stopped, including myself,
Yeah.
because I couldn't believe it happened. You know what I mean? Because if I would have
Right.
did that at her house, it would have been over with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
but he never said nothing until we got in our next argument, me and my dad. And then he brought it up to me. Oh, that was funny. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Johnny.
Oh,
Johnny says no
absolutely.
burps or farts at the table.
There you go, Gigi. There you go, Goomba. Especially, you know what? Especially a woman. I mean, are you kidding me? Like I said, Dindu's got to explain his woman to people. I mean, ladies just don't do that. Okay, go ahead.
All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask the chat this too, because this comes up. When is it comfortable to fart around your significant other? So
Oh
when I
my
first started dating my wife, I would say, look, I got to leave the room for a minute, and that was the code that I'm not going to fart around you. Now I can't say that I excuse myself all that much. So, but we've been married 13 years, so what
Do I
what do you
got
think?
to add on this one?
Yes,
but
yes, that's why we're up here. Let's go.
she will literally run out of the house and hide it from Theen Do with I never heard her in 38 friggin' years. Okay, God bless her.
Oh,
The first year the first month we were married, I wanted to see how much she loved me. Bam! Right under the sheets while we were in bed together. And
no,
let
you
me tell you,
didn't.
yes, I did. I even pulled the sheets up over her head.
You
She
Dutch
kicked
ovened her?
it.
That's called a Dutch
I
oven.
tortured it. I said, if you're going to stay with me, this is what you're going to have to deal with, okay? And we laughed for weeks after that one, but that's Theen Do, though. That's Theen Do. What am I going to say?
Hello, Cinnamon Girl. So Stig says first date bust ass. Oh man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna take a couple bites. Go ahead. Go ahead there.
All right. So all right. So we're all in agreement. No finger licking, no burping, no farting, and no chewing with your mouth open. So I think everybody is agreeing with that. So all right. So the next one is texting during a meal.
Oh boy.
So you know what? I seen a guy. It was on a YouTube short, and the guy made a lot of sense. You know, he basically said if your phone is anywhere around the table, is it on the table or on your lap or in your hand or anywhere visible, then you're not giving your family or your date or whoever your full attention. You know what I mean? So I agree with that. I do. I really feel like even when I go out with my wife and kids, if my phone's on the table, I can feel my wife eyes going and her feeling. I feel her the tension. You know what I mean? When my phone is out. You know what I mean? So there really shouldn't be a reason if you're out with your family, your immediate family, that you should have your phone out. Am I guilty of it? Absolutely. Have I done it before? Absolutely. But I really do try, to make a conscious effort not to have it out. You know what I mean? We're not expecting, unless we're expecting something. But if not, I really try not to. And that's tough to do. Everybody's addicted to their phones. Every single person in this area or our area here are addicted to their phones. I don't care what you say. So
yeah, I mean, okay, let's go back before cell phones. Hang on.
yeah, but you didn't have your beeper sitting on the table. You know what I'm saying? I had a beeper.
Okay, well, good point. Let's go before cell phones. Now, the normal nature, normal conduct. You sit down, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. When that house phone rang, nobody answered that house phone. Let it ring. Let the answering machine. Nobody lifted a fucking ass at that. I swore.
Look at Mike.
Nobody lifted an ass.
Mike F said this.
Oh boy, I'm in some of these chats while at the dinner. The only problem I have is when my wife has to play second fiddle to Tommy Stiggs with the phone out. Then I get in trouble. Then turn him down. And I mean, but other than that, no, we don't. It's not a thing at the dinner table here, but we practice that. She hears me chewing. I'm done, TP.
So
I never eat online.
So she says my hubby used to take his kids' phones at a restaurant. They would pop not talk. Yeah, you know what I mean. And you know what the other big thing is that I have with my own son is that he wears them stupid earbuds, them AirPods, whatever the fuck they call them. I don't know what they call them, but they he always has them in his ear, no matter what. If he's on the phone, they're like attached to his ears, to the point where like I gotta tell him they're still in your ear, dude. You know what I mean?
No, you got to take them out. Take them out of his ears.
Well, it's coming to that. What's up, Stiggs?
Hello there, guys.
I left you in the back room on purpose for more than 5 seconds. I'm surprised you're not screaming about it.
I got a pet peeve. Two of them.
Go ahead. Roll.
Oh, boy.
Names on the screen and no thumbnails. Those are my two pet
You
peeves.
know what? Go
Only you
fuck
would say
yourself
that.
today. Get him off the fucking show right now, this cocksucker. Get him out of here. Get him out of here right now. He ruined the whole show. Get him out of here. And you know what? I actually
You're a
felt
fucking
bad
asshole.
today. Wait. I called him where is he? Wait,
I'm
where
right
is he?
here.
I called him a loser
right here.
today, and I feel
Right here.
horrible. I called him a loser, and I almost cried afterwards today. You're
Oh
dead
my
today
God.
at 2:00. Dead today. All right. Go ahead.
So,
Did you know I was going to say that, you?
No,
You didn't, didn't
no,
you?
I didn't. It didn't shock me. It didn't shock me. I thought you were gonna be normal for once and say, a regular pet peeve, not string it along to YouTube. That's what I should have made a disclaimer. I should have made a disclaimer before this, or at the beginning of this video, saying that none of these have to do with anybody that we're talking about in YouTube except for Stiggs. So,
Thank you. Well, you guys are abusing me today. This is
all
you
right. So
Sunday.
Adam says scratching oneself in public or talking loud. Don't want to be around them. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's ignorance. Absolutely.
Or having
I
your pants
know.
past your asshole. You know what I mean? Hanging down past your ass.
Please.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve.
I'm guilty of one of them. So I know.
I guess you spoke about the cell phones. Yeah, one of them is when I'm in meetings and people pull their phones out. Man, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. And not putting it on silent in a meeting. Not putting it on silent.
So my phone is, my ringers on my phone are hardly ever on, like ever, just because I sleep during the day. So most times, like during the day, I'll put my phone on do not disturb. So only the people that I haven't checked off my phone will only ring for those people, like the schools or my wife or Vito.
Yeah.
You doing, Vito?
And Tommy Sticks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Me,
Tommy
your
Sticks.
wife, and the principal. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Hang on. Stiggs has a pet peeve. No kidding. Yeah. You. Well,
trying to read the chat at the same time.
Pet peeve or lack thereof with the word pet. So.
Yeah, right. Well, he's getting a gerbil. He's getting a gerbil now.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that one pans out.
I think I'm going to pass on that. I think I'm rethinking that.
I will.
Would
you know what?
On the smell alone, I
don't think it's a good idea.
Was it? He was going to shit all over the apartment. Was that the one that got you to shit all over the apartment?
I don't know. Just might not be a good idea. So I'm rethinking it. We'll see.
Oh, that's enough. It's over.
Look at the shape of him right there. Look at this.
Yeah, you are the funniest. You are.
Me?
Yes.
Why? Because I'm impulsive.
Oh, you're going to get this. You're going to get that. You had me pumped last night to get this gerbil you're going to get, and now you're not going to get it. I couldn't wait for that thing. I couldn't wait for that thing to escape out of the cage and like crawl all over him while he was sleeping. Are you kidding me? That would have been the best show ever. Go ahead.
No, Toro says he doesn't like when someone can't change a roll of toilet paper. Are you on mute, Theendu? What happened?
No.
Oh. All right.
No,
yeah, I agree, Toro. I agree. You know.
Here's another. Let's do toilet paper. What about the garbage cans in the kitchen? And how about when it gets like the garbage gets to the top and they keep throwing things in there and then the things they throw in there bounce out and then they pick it up off the floor and then the stain from what they threw out because they didn't clean it up off the floor. I better shut up now. And then Theendu, they wait for Theendu to take the garbage bag out of the goddamn thing because.
Well,
anybody else have that problem? Anybody else have that problem?
My problem is when they fill up the garbage can and the garbage bag itself comes off, like how you tuck it over the edge.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So it comes off of the edge and sinks in, and then the garbage falls out of it. Yeah. So yeah, I agree.
There you go.
My pet peeve is in full effect right now. Okay, so There's a positive and a negative to living alone, and I guess that's one of the positives, huh?
Stiggs, don't even go there, Stiggs, because you'll be happy to be divorced and single if I start with you right now. Go ahead.
So there
Go
are
ahead.
positives and negatives. I see what I'm learning, you know?
Stiggs,
If
you
I
should have
leave-
learned this.
If I leave no
Maybe you
toilet
should have
paper, it's
learned
up
this
to me,
20,
right?
30 years ago. Here, hang on a second. Okay, Stiggs?
Yes.
Yeah. Cinnamon Girl says being late. Yep. Being late. Yep. That's a big one. Who else? Did I miss something here?
Being late, forget about it. Oh, if you're late around me, I leave. You don't even see. Where'd you go? Oh, I was there. Where were you?
I know. I don't like that. Oh my God.
Did you ever see? You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind.
Go ahead.
No. I'll bringing up other
Wait.
content creators. I'm not doing that.
The next show we're going to go into a. The next show we'll do a YouTube pet peeve. How about that? Today we'll keep it general.
Oh, you'll
Well,
start World War III with.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go to
You'll
fucking
start
battle with
World
these
War III if
motherfuckers.
you do YouTube pet peeves.
I'm ready. We're overdue. We got to go to battle with these douchebag motherfuckers.
For
We're ready.
what?
We'll get to it later. Not on here.
A lot of wasted long hot air.
Stiggs,
But it's fun.
take a nap.
But if we have fun
Stiggs,
with
take
it,
a
we
nap.
have fun with it.
Take a nap today. Take a nap today, Stiggs.
Is Lee Cole here? Because I don't see any comments. I see people saying hi to him or something, but I don't.
Lee Cole.
Is he in the chat? I don't know. I can't see on StreamYard here.
Where is he? I don't
Well,
see him in there.
If he is here, welcome, Lee. I'm sorry. I don't see anything. I see. Hang on a second. Oh no, maybe they're thinking I'm thinking of saying him, but no, that's not the person I was thinking of or gonna say. Cinnamon Girl says Lee, welcome. I don't see him. I don't know.
Oh, Jeff Nadeau's here too.
Yeah, he commented
Stiggs.
way above. All right. My bad. I'm trying to. I'm trying.
Who's here?
No,
Jeff
I guess
Nadeau's
I guess Lee commented way above. I'm scrolling up here, so.
All right, let's
Jeff
scroll
Nadeau's
up.
If you did, Lee, I apologize. I didn't see it.
I don't see it. Hang on.
I still don't see it.
I
Sunday
still
night
don't
mob.
see it.
I hope
Sunday
someone.
night mob talk. Sunday night mob talk resumes this Sunday, 8 p.m. Be there.
Well, I hope someone didn't
Me-
block him. I
Me
can
and
go
Mo.
and check in a minute, but
No, I can't block anybody. I'm in the chats. I'm in the on the panel, so name me.
so
I
all
wouldn't
right.
even know how.
All right, so I'll we only said 2 off of this list so far, but there's repetitive tapping, there's interrupting during a conversation, texting during a meal, taking phone calls in public.
Carmela had a good one. Cleaning your picking and fucking with your teeth. That most disgusting thing at the table. When someone pulls out a toothpick, you know what, dude? Do it right. Do it right. I mean, ugh. How about when they do the toothpick and they wipe it off on something? Then they take it out of their mouth. You know what? Get away from me. Get away
Yes,
from me.
Lee. I see
We got you
Lee.
now,
Yeah.
Lee.
There's Lee Cole and James.
What about leg tapping? What about leg tapping? Did you do that?
Leg
Wait.
tappers? Yeah.
Leg
No, I
shaking.
didn't say
Leg
it yet,
shaking.
but go ahead.
Leg shaking. Leg shaking.
How about this one? This one is this one, I'll go and rip it right out of their mouths. How about the snapping of the gum? The clicking and snapping of the gum out loud in public. I want to rip the fucking chewing gum right out of their mouths and stick it up their ass. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got 100,000 pet peeves. This could be a problem. I could be here for days.
Stiggs. Felix Unger. Felix Unger. You could write a book.
I don't have to. You know what? I don't have to go off this list. So go ahead, shoot. We're doing good.
Shoot, yeah, go ahead.
Chewing with your mouth open. Chewing with your mouth open.
We hit that
was the
already.
first one.
Okay. I was in the meeting, so I'm sorry.
All right, how about this one? When you pull up at a red light or when they don't think you're not looking and they're digging for a winner. You know what?
Oh yeah.
Pick your boogers and pick your friggin' noses in the house, in the bathroom. I mean, I understand it. I work construction. We got bats in the cave. I mean, we got shit running from our faces. But you know what? In the normal aspect of it, when you see someone digging for a winner, it's like, What are they going to do next? Eat it? Wipe it on their leg? Wipe it on the dashboard? It makes me sick.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go
Oh
ahead.
my God, you got issues. Pull out
I
the
have
phone.
issues.
I'll
I
tell you
have
what, though,
issues.
if I get caught, I just embrace it. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck it. I got tinted
If you
windows.
catch
I'm
me
good.
picking my nose, I'm just gonna keep going. So
I got tinted
Oh.
windows. I'm good.
Look at TT says, yes, Dean do. Yup.
well,
Oh, look at Arlene. Look at Wet and Wild. How about when they eat it, Dean do? Oh, you know what? Wet and Wild.
So Lee Cole says, what I really hate is when you come home and catch your old lady with your best friend. Well, if it's a pet peeve, Lee, then it must have happened more than once.
Hey, Lee, you must have had that happen in every relationship. What the crying out loud?
Oh man. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy. I can't say that's happened to me live. So, but people are shitbags. What are you gonna do?
Oh, why is it got to be the guy's best friend, Lee? Can't it be just No, yeah.
All right. So I will say one of my pet peeves is when people text you and then you go to call them and they don't answer, but they'll text you right after you hang up the phone to call.
Oh, please.
Okay, I got to say something about that because I'm in meetings a lot, in and out. I could text all day. Sometimes I can't pick up the phone. So in today's world, depending on what your job is,
That's a good point.
Okay.
Wait, where's that? Hang on, Mike F. I'll try to get there.
Okay, wait, real fast there. How about this one? We see it all the time, not too much more. Yeah, I was walking up the street. Yeah, how about people that eat online on a live show when they're trying to talk to people?
Wait. That's another show, the YouTube thing. That's another show.
Yeah, we're trying to keep this
into that.
non-YouTube related, Toro, but I did
we can
say
go right
with the
into
exception of Tommy Stiggs, so go ahead.
You know what, Toro? You had to bring that up, Toro. I try to forget that fucking image every day of my life. Okay.
I have yet to see it, and I don't want to see it. So.
Oh, it's the most disgusting video out there.
You never saw my pedicures?
I don't want to see your fucking pedicures. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not paying very close attention. I'm a little insulted.
It's an insult away then.
Look at even Cletus agrees with me. Dean, dude, that's the worst eating on a live. Ain't it, Cletus?
I'm about to go grab some noodles right now. Just slurp them up right out of the fridge right now. Okay, what was my other one? Personally, I have 2 D's in Todd, okay? And everyone spells my name with 1.
Oh, this is for me. Here we go.
Okay.
No, I didn't mean that toward you, but yeah, you are guilty of that. You totally are.
You people with these weird names that you can't spell, you got to live with that shit.
I got a weird name? Like,
different spelling.
the most bland nerd name ever. And I'm saying that. I don't know how the hell my father named me Todd. I actually do know how. I actually do know how.
Somebody was breaking your balls about that the other day. What kind of Italian is Todd? I think it was SPK.
Right, he was.
Yeah.
Come on up. We'll fire away. I told SPK to come up.
I know, I remember.
So, so he named me after the quarterback from the Jets, Richard Todd. He liked the name Todd. Does that make sense?
Oh boy.
Yeah. That guy wasn't even, I don't even think he was a starter. I think he was just a backup, a grub. But real nice.
Right.
I hope they're not listening to me right now. Hang on. Okay, I did that. All right, what's my other ones?
Oh my God, Arlene Morlino, used in the shower after someone and finding hair on the soap. I have my own soap.
Yeah, me too.
Dean Doo has his own soap. I have my own shampoo. Go ahead, say you got no hair. I still shampoo my head. I'm done.
That's not for you. That's to protect others. That's not for protecting you. That's protecting others.
So
what are you talking about?
Another one of mine. I will say this.
My head.
Is when someone pulls out in front of me in traffic, right?
Oh.
And there's nobody behind me for a mile. But they have to pull out in front of me. They can't wait another 2 seconds because there's no cars behind me. None. No one in sight. It happens all the time. I can't fucking stand it.
and this one, I got to come on here for this one. I'm glad you brought that up. Leaving an exit at a store, anywhere you are, leaving an exit. Why? 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 And this is a study. I've been through this for years. Pulling out of the store. The red light is right here. Before you can make that right turn out, you're looking. And the cars are doing 40, 50 to the red light. And then one car, two car, three car right in front of the driveway. Now, wait a minute. You're supposed to stop before the driveway. It's a red light. You got to let people out of the driveway.
Yeah.
Correct? Correct? Yeah. I mean, this is a law and everything.
The link is pinned, Lee. It's
every
pinned.
Every time. It's always a woman.
The link is
That
pinned.
is in that car. That is in that car blocking that driveway. I don't know what gives them the right to think they got the right to. I'm done. Game over for Theendu right there. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't know what it is. What it is. And then when you yell at them, oh.
Let me see
it's
here.
It's always the guys. It's always the guys that stop. That no. Go ahead. Just get out of here. Go. As long as you're going, go. Go. Go ahead. Everybody take the Theenduism test there and see. I want you all to take it.
All right. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. All right. So,
the BK Skipper. I knew that would tingle your fancy, BK Skipper. I know you already know, BK Skipper. The BK Skipper. I knew that.
Oh, what did Stiggs drop off? Skipper, what the fuck is going on here?
I know you. Somebody, Lee Cole, I think
it was me. It was me. It was me.
Oh, it was you.
It was me.
Can you hear me?
Can't see you, but I can hear you.
What the hell, man? You can't see me. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, probably. You're not chewing. You're not eating online, are you? You're not eating or. What's that?
Where did Tommy run to?
He just drops off at random times. I don't know. I think you and Tommy need to have a conversation, Lee.
I have why? I have no conversation with nobody.
Okay. All right.
When I know what I'm doing wrong, then I'll have a conversation. If someone doesn't, if someone wants to talk crap behind my back, let them go right ahead.
No, he doesn't say nothing.
You just said that he wants to have a conversation, so he must have said something.
Well, I will. Do you know how to get a hold of him, or
no?
Tommy, you want to come back up? But that's not where I'm going with this. Let's stick to the topic anyway. So, all right. So let's go.
I came up here to tell you a pet peeve that I really have, if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
My two sons went off to the military. They didn't smoke. They didn't chew tobacco, and they both came home with the horrible habit of chewing tobacco. And they have not stopped since they've been home. Because now, a lot of the troops, they can't smoke cigarettes like when they're out in the desert and stuff because of the light at nighttime. It can give away your position to the enemy. So right. Most of them chew tobacco. And that's been a pet peeve because I see my son doing his YouTube show and he keeps spitting into a damn.
Yeah. There's a guy at my job, at my work, and that's what he does. He's on the forklift and he spits into like a spring water bottle. It's nasty.
Hey, Lee, I'm glad you brought that up. Have your son talk to Theendu for about 5 minutes. He'll never chew again.
Oh, you want to talk? I tried that mouth cancer and all that stuff with him.
I'll tell you what, buddy. It worked on 5 other guys I talked to. So Just a little bit. There's some things in life we overlook, and let me tell you, that stuff is deadly,
It is.
deadly.
And my
And
grandfather,
I know what you mean, because we had the same problem. Tindu had the same problem too. I went to chewing tobacco when I was a kid, all the way up construction, and I tell you, it ruined me. So, and your father used to be a big time. Get that shit out of your mouth. Your father, Todd. I remember so like it was yesterday. But
yeah,
that's
my father lost a lung to cancer, and my grandfather lost his jaw to cancer.
yeah. And that's where I was going. Yep.
And he worked on as he was an iron worker on the railroads in New York, the subway system, and they all chewed tobacco because they weren't allowed to smoke cigarettes in the tunnels because of the gas and stuff when they were building them.
But
So
you got to remember the train workers. A lot of people don't know it. Train workers are big with asbestos and mesothelioma because people don't understand tracks, trains. That brings a lot of chemicals. That people really ain't aware of that. If you're around the train business, you have to work around trains. I did. That is the biggest hazardous job. Those trains let off so much from the brakes, the iron, and the steel burning from trains. People don't know that, but yeah, that's a good point.
And people don't realize back then a lot of New Yorkers were iron workers on the subway systems and stuff.
Oh
back
yeah,
in the 20s, it's one of the top jobs in New York back then because it was good paying money, but it was hard work. A lot of those guys, all those guys got a lot. Well, not all of them. A lot of them wind up with cancer and all these issues.
Yeah. I mean, about 5 years ago, I had a young foreman, carpenter. I made him the foreman. We were building scaffold. So one day we were building up high. We were about 100, 150 feet up. Make a long story short, Dindu got up. I was welding security brackets in. So when I got up, I was like, my knees. Oh, I looked at my two knees, and he was on fire. He was helping me. I had two cup-sized stains of his chew on both my knees. I looked up at him and I said, "What, cousin?" I says, "I mean, you couldn't." He goes, "I was so nervous watching you, hanging on to this, hanging on to that. Dindu, I'm so sorry for everything here. I'll buy you new pants." I couldn't spit off the plank. I just looked at the kid. I said, "You know what? It's all good. I understand." Okay. So, but I mean, if it wasn't him, I probably would have had a connection and went home. But it's just a dirty, dirty thing, that chewing. So,
Cletus says they have a subway system in Buffalo. I had no idea they had one.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they do. Sure do. I can, like, if I go to a Sabres game,
Yeah.
there's a bus station right near University of Buffalo, right? So we park there, and then we take the subway to the arena to go watch the Sabres play. If you don't want to get stuck parking and shit down there, you know what I mean?
Todd Father's father worked on that. Your father worked on that subway.
Yep.
So you okay? There's an age difference between you two. So how do you guys know each other?
Well, here I'll tell them real fast. Me and his father has got about 9-10 years on Tindu. I'm 58, anyways.
Right.
We grew up in the union, in the labor's union together. Me, his father, his uncle. We were all one big family when we started. So now, 2-3 years ago, I haven't seen his kids since they were babies. We lost contact. He retired. Dindu's gonna retire. I was working. All of a sudden, I see him about 2.5 years ago on YouTube. The next
in Lefty's chat. In Lefty's chat about people. This was going bad.
You go there. He we got together, and before you knew it, he goes, I guarantee you know my father.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
I said his nickname and he knew right away. So
Cletus, the same thing. Cletus, the same thing, believe it or not, Lee. Cletus, the same thing. Cletus is a very good person from our neighborhood. So
it's funny you said that, because when you're on here, like I've met, okay, my brother died 3 years ago. But one of his best friends was on here one night and said, "What are you doing here? Aren't you Tom's brother?" I said, "Yeah." And he was his best friend. And then I had another guy come on one night when I used to be a criminal, and he remembered me from back then. And he says, "Oh, I know you," and he named what I did. So when you're on here, it wasn't any, it was a robbery, but
yeah,
when you're on here, if you did anything, be prepared for someone to pop up and show up, because sooner or later it happens. You know.
Oh, Lee, I was in a chat room one time about a year ago. There was about 10 people from Buffalo that bombarded that chat room. And it was so funny because the content creator, the one of them, were like, whoa, no, that's the guy's family. He started recognizing names, the one content creator. The other one thought maybe, they're coming in to woof shit about Teendu. They were all family from here. You don't know who's watching. You don't know who's here. No, you don't.
The guy that came in and seen me, he put down the exact name of where the incident happened as his name. And I'm like, there's no way that you know that unless. And then I just got a hold of him. I said, "You son of a bitch, why did you do that? Just come on and just say something." It's like, but that's what can happen here. And that's why, one of the best things I ever did was come in here and use my real name, because the minute I used my real names, everything got pulled on me. Anything in my life all came out within the first 6 months.
Yeah, you just got that out of the way. Yeah.
That was it.
See, Lee, a lot of times, a lot of people on here, I say this a lot over here. We're comfortable. We're comfortable on who we are and what we did and what we were a part of. You could throw Teendu right up there. It is so easy. I ain't got one thing, Lee Cole. Not one thing. A lot of us don't. A lot of us come up here. We are who we are. We're real.
Listen, see, I was kind of naive because I didn't realize how it gets here. But one thing that I did notice after they ran my record and seen I was basically a criminal, and these other guys, the crap they have on their records, from domestic battery to DUIs to all sorts of stuff, ugly stuff.
A lot of glass houses, yeah.
Well, see, that's it.
And I'm sorry, they started calling me a criminal, and I said, "This is the mob genre. What the hell?" People come in here and they go, "Oh, why are you supporting the mobsters?" Because we're in the mob genre. If we want to go to the Barbie doll genre, we go to the Barbie doll genre.
See, you're right.
There probably is one too.
You got a good point there, Lee, because you basically answered 3 of your own questions that have been bothering you these last 2 years. These people come over here. They come in here. "Oh, you're this or that." You goddamn right we are, or that person is. That person's up here maybe to talk about it. These people throw rocks at glass houses around here like I've never seen before in my life. Okay, you guys want to come over here and talk? Ooh, my family. Ooh, my person, but you got no proof. You're behind an avatar.
And then
you're this, you're that. I mean,
they'll talk about rats and stuff. I've seen two reports on 2 different people on here who are regulars that are so ugly. But you know what? I won't even put them out because I'm not a rat. And see, they could talk all they want. They can look at my criminal record, but one thing they'll never find? They'll never find that I ever ratted about anything I ever did, even though one time it was a group of people. So they can all look, and the people that talk that stuff are the ones that have rat stuff on their record. You find it and you're like, holy shit.
Good point. Good point. I mean, I'm going through that. We're just hitting on that over here a little bit. Teendu said it a million times. You're going to label or say someone's a rat without evidence, paperwork, or proof? No, not now, not ever. You don't do that, even with this petty pedophile shit.
Oh, they love doing that. They love calling people pedophiles. You know.
That is that's worse than doxing people. I think that's right up there with doxing, calling people something, defamation of character, ruining. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. So
when I started 2.5 years ago, about 2 months into this, I got into a big battle with somebody, and then they came out with all this bullshit, false bullshit. Within 5 minutes, I came on and attacked them for even suggesting that. I'm a grandfather, you know.
Right.
I have children, and for you, I have children, I have grandchildren, and for them to say something like that was so horrible.
Well,
so
sure.
What you do if you know it's not true and that happens to you here, you attack them head on and say, "Prove it."
Yes.
If they can't prove it, rip them apart.
You're right.
Them apart if they can't prove
You're right.
That's what
I got to agree. I got to agree with you there.
Yeah, I had Cletus could have snuck right up on me getting pizza and wings one day, Lee. I don't know if I think I told you that last time you were here.
Well, Cletus, does Cletus look like his picture?
I don't know what he looks like yet, but I'm saying he said he saw me on a certain day picking up pizza and wings, and he wasn't lying.
So he's following you. He's following you.
I'm saying he's probably shoveling my fucking sidewalk outside right now.
Get him, Cletus. Get him, Cletus.
If Cletus looks like his picture and I turned around all of a sudden and seen him, I would go, "What the hell?" You know?
Yeah, one day I'm going to walk outside. There's going to be a blanket thrown over me, and I'm going to end up in a van somewhere.
I'll be videotaping that one. I can't wait. Get him, Cletus. Get him. Oh,
man.
I mean, you know what? A lot of things just fell under pet peeves of why don't go anywhere. Don't go in chat rooms, because I can't live under or deal with some of these narratives and the way these people roll. I just can't do it. I can't. I am my own person. I'm set in my ways. There ain't a motherfucker on here that could teach me anything. The only thing they could teach me is what I don't know or what I need dusted off that I forgot. What Teendu forgot in this lifetime, people will never experience or know.
And that, exactly, because of our age, Teendu, you're exactly right. It's because of our age, especially when you got these people sitting at home. You got 40-year-old people here that still live at home with their mother.
There you go.
They come on here attacking people.
Oh, there you go. I mean, you got to consider the source here. You got to consider it's the internet. Okay, like someone just said, if you're in a room with Mike Tyson, are you going to call him sweet? I don't think so. He will make you sweet. On the internet, you could call him anything you want. You know why? Because you're not face to face and you're not in that room with him where he could get his hands on you. And everybody knows Mike Tyson loves to put his hands on people. Okay. But that's the difference. That's the difference.
If I was in a room with Mike Tyson, I would not speak unless spoken to.
Okay. Even if you looked at him.
And you know, it's funny thing, dude. What's funnier than that movie where he knocks that guy out? And that is Mike Tyson. That is exactly what Mike Tyson would probably do to a person if they insult him.
Listen. These people we're talking. If you've never been side by side with Mike Tyson having a conversation, okay, you'd stand there and shit your pants because you wouldn't know by the look in his eyes what he is gonna do or say to you. You could say one wrong word with that guy and it could exploit a time bomb in him. That's where he comes from. Those are the streets Mike Tyson comes from. If anybody hasn't learned that by now, okay, just one word and that guy could explode on you.
Could you imagine if he had a more intimidating voice?
Yeah, okay. You know what? Teendu says this. God blessed him with that voice. Okay, that was the only way. That was the only way Mike Tyson was ever going to have anybody come near him. He gave him that voice for a purpose. Believe me. Believe me.
I was around the wrestling world for quite a few years, and
Yep.
I'm going to tell you the most intimidating man I've ever seen. Where I was standing next to him, and nobody realized this is when he was on steroids in 1992. They were best friends. Shaka Zulu. I don't know if you remember him. He
Mm.
was a black guy that played that part, and
Yeah.
also the biggest guy that I'm talking about. He was as tall as Andre the Giant, but people don't realize it unless you see him, and that's Undertaker. What a
Yeah.
monster he was! Because when you went there, his arm, and that's when he was juicing. Because all those
Yeah.
wrestlers in '92, they were all juicing big time. He
Hey,
was
Lee.
an absolute monster.
I'm gonna talk about a real beast, a real monster, a natural monster people forgot about. Let's talk about Mr. Big John Studd.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You want to talk about monsters and beasts? That was a natural beast right there. Okay, that was a strong.
Yeah,
I think one of the strongest guys.
Yeah, he was a natural beast.
Yeah,
And so was Brody. I mean, those were just big
yeah.
guys.
Those were huge men. Yup, yup. There was a lot of them like that, but a lot of them didn't make the fame that these guys paid for, like Hulk Hogan, Steiner. And you know where I'm going with that, Lee. So,
Oh yeah, they were all juiced up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When your employer is juiced up and he demands that you be juiced up, you got to do it.
You got to do it. He's paying you. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that's just the way it was. Yeah, no one told Andre what to do though. Andre would do that.
Andre, he was the king. Andre was the king. Yep.
He was
I
just
just can't get over
naturally.
how a beer can looked in his hand. You know what I mean?
My-
it was
my-
just unbelievable. It looked like
My father shook hands with him, hung out with him for a second in Atlantic City. My father, that's all he talked about. He said, Dindu, I couldn't even see my hand when I shook hands with him. He was so big. His hand just smothered my whole arm. I'm like, really? My father could never believe the size of Andre the Giant's hand. I wish I could have seen it.
yeah. There's a lot of interesting facts about Andre the Giant if you ever look him up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the way he was able to drink was insane.
And if you see him when he started off in Montreal, Andre the Giant, he was thin. He would do flips and everything.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, he wasn't. He was a thin guy. It was that disease that he got that just started making him bigger and bigger and bigger. When you're that tall, and this happens to a lot of tall people, you get that heart defect.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's why you see a lot of those tall people die young, or die right on the basketball court. Let's say they'll just drop dead because their body's outgrowing their heart. That's what happened to Andre.
Yeah, the best story is when he couldn't move in that ring. The last WrestleMania, and he told Hulk Hogan, "Pick me up, slam me, get me out of here, please. The belt's yours." And that was it. That was the last time he ever walked into a ring, Andre the Giant.
And going into that match, Andre would not tell him if he would lose.
No,
Oh, really?
he would not.
Told him
Yeah.
during the match. He whispered
Listen.
in his ear.
They were scared. Vince McMahon said it out of his own. They were scared to even ask him not to fight that night, or anything. He was in so much pain. They wouldn't even say, "Listen, just give him the." They even feared telling Andre the Giant that. They waited, and Lee's right. They just waited for him to tell Hulk Hogan, "Get me out of here." That's a true story. Yep.
When he shot that movie, The Princess Bride, he couldn't even stand up. I mean,
I know.
he sat down 95% of that movie and he could barely get up. But if you watch that movie, The Princess Bride, he looked so active in it. But he was so sick in that movie.
Yes.
And that's before he got his surgery, his major surgery.
Didn't he have a daughter? Did he have a daughter?
The daughter looks just like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I swore I seen something recently that he had a daughter. Do you see I saw on Facebook Brock Lesnar's daughter? She broke the record at Colorado State. She looks just like him.
Yeah, she does. I seen that too.
And, no, in almost every single way. Like,
yeah.
Do you think they're using the same cycles?
No,
I don't know.
please, man.
I don't know, man. That's.
Oh,
That guy's been cycling since he's been 5.
Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can find something quick. Hang on. So, but
yeah,
yeah.
Brock Lesnar's another one. He's another stuffed shirt.
Yeah, but you know
There's
what?
a guy.
But he put up and he put up. He went to MMA, became champion,
No,
and
I know.
you can't knock
He
that.
got exposed in M&A, though. He got exposed.
He got
He had one
exposed big
fight.
time.
Well, when they
Yeah,
found
he
him
got
out, who
one-
knocked him out? Frank Mir knocked him out, right?
Frank
No,
Mir,
Frank
wait a
Mir got
minute.
him
Wait.
a leg lock.
Frank Mir Frank Mir got him in a toe hold. Okay, it was an ankle toe hold in
Who
2
went to-
seconds.
Carwin knocked him out then, right?
Yes.
No, he came back and beat Kerwin.
I know,
Lee, who was
fight.
But didn't
Lee-
Carwin originally win?
No, Kerwin was winning the fight, and he came back and won the fight.
All right, I'm off then.
Kerwin got, you know what
Lee.
happened to Kerwin? He got tired. They were both 2 steroid freaks that had neither one of them had stamina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lee, who was the beast that knocked him out cold? Who was that beast that punched him right down?
That was the guy that shot the child molester that molested his daughter, the wrestler there. I mean, the UFC guy. His name.
I can't either. I can't.
No, the Spanish guy.
He's real big. He's real big.
Yeah. Well, he's the guy whose daughter was molested, and he shot at the truck, and he wound up in jail. They want to give him bail for 6 months.
Right.
We'll give you bail for anything except shooting the person that molested your daughter.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was Cain Velasquez. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cain Velasquez, yes.
Yeah.
He brutalized. He gave him such a bad beating. Lesnar never came back after that.
Nope. Beat him right down.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Good stuff.
Thank you, Andrea. It was his 2-year-old son.
Oh, we were talking about it last night. Listen to me. One of my biggest idols, my favorite, is Ric Flair. What Ric Flair brought to wrestling alone, the style, and just his way. Ric Flair had it going on.
But he was He was a horrible human being, though.
I know. I've been getting stuck talking about horrible human beings lately, Lee. I know.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Oh, no. What is it?
Hang on.
Oh, that poor girl.
I'm done.
I think that's him with a wig. Check to see if she has a tattoo.
Yeah. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
You're shot.
She's cycling. You know she's cycling.
Well, she holds the shot put record at Colorado now. So.
Wow.
I don't know if she threw it or did something else with it. I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. That's yeah.
Out of all these wrestlers, though, and I always tell this story, the one that was the best man that I've ever seen, I was in '92 when I was at WrestleMania. I was in the backstage in the back area, and all the wrestlers were coming out, and you had all these kids that were in wheelchairs and stuff, and all these wrestlers kept passing the kids. None of them would stop. Do you know who stopped for an hour, talked to them, and gave them autographs and made those kids so happy? Roddy Piper. Nobody else stopped. Only Roddy
Yeah, I remember
Piper.
you saying that. Yeah.
Remember that.
Wow.
That tells you a lot about human beings. Or another nice guy that you don't hear about was Lanny Poffo, the brother of what's his face, Jimmy
Macho
Snuka.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, he was not Jimmy Snuka, Macho Man.
Macho Man. Yep.
Yeah. Nicest guy in the world. I used to sit down and talk to him all the time, but he used to always read. Very intelligent. Very intelligent guy. And I just think he just passed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did. I told everybody last night when I had my wrestling parties, I used to dress up like Ric Flair, and I'd come out. Woo! I even put the wig on once. They fucking lost it. Okay. Yeah, Ric Flair was an icon around Theendu.
I can
Oh.
see. I can see you having a Ric Flair robe and mothballs right now in your closet. Crazy, fucking crazy.
And that poor bastard had to pay 5 different. He was paying 5 different wives at one time.
Yeah.
He was broke because he gave all his money to his ex-wives. He said that his problem was he used to get married easy. You know, he'd wake up with a chick and say, "Let's get married."
Let's get married. Yeah.
Next thing you know, next thing you know, that woman leave him and be loaded.
Oh yeah.
My sister just got his autograph. My sister just met him at Hulk Hogan's place in Clearwater. Ric Flair came in to do a signing at Hulk Hogan's place, but Hulk Hogan can barely walk now. He's in real bad shape.
Right.
I mean, what do these guys think was going to happen if they abuse themselves? I mean, just even if you're just a casual weightlifter or athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit breaks down, you know?
Yeah, and they were doing cycles into their 50s. That's not normal.
Yeah. No.
You know?
Right.
And we're talking the hardcore stuff. They're doing the hardcore stuff. It's not like, Sylvester Stallone, he goes to the doctor and gets it done professionally because he can afford it. It's big money. You want to have a doctor cycle you out. It's obvious that Stallone's still doing it to this day.
Oh God, yeah.
But you could tell that Schwarzenegger's not, because he got that hole in his heart, so he stopped. Choice.
Right. Yeah, big difference when you're going to a doctor for it, Lee. Absolutely.
Well, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, 70s and 80s. That's why the whole Raider team wind up dying from steroids or getting cancer and dropping dead. I mean, John Matuzak, Lyle Alzado, all those guys,
He's a crazy
look
man.
how they died. Horrible deaths.
Yeah. Now, well, you got to remember, that was the D-ball. The D-ball came in a blue bottle, and there were very tiny blue pills, that D-ball. That was huge in the late 70s and 80s. Huge. And a lot of it came from Germany. The D-ball.
Well, that's why when I used to watch Jesse Ventura talk about frauds and injustice, and he was the biggest fraud going. There's a guy that used to shoot roids in his ass like continuously. He was a total fraud, and he would talk about frauds and all that stuff.
Jesse, he was another one. He was one of a kind.
Yeah, he's one of a kind. You got to give him that. He is a character.
He is. Those guys.
I ain't got time to bleed. I ain't got time to bleed. Great line.
Well, there's a lot of people who say they don't, they don't do steroids, even at the local gym. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not. No. I had a friend of mine who I used to work out with all the time, and we were pretty. He was always a little stronger than me. He's a bigger guy than me, but all of a sudden he just, add another plate. Let's do that. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what happened? How did this happen? Like, basically overnight. And then I found out he was getting it from a guy in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
hey Lee, what about Dr. David Schultz? That mean bastard.
He didn't need any steroids, that bastard.
He was as natural and as mean as they came. Dr. David.
He was like the Funk Brothers. Terry and Dory Funk. Same way.
Exactly. Same way. Just rough, hot, crazy. They'll fight anybody, those guys. Are you kidding me?
Did you ever meet Paul Bearer?
Paul Bearer?
Oh, I met him, yeah.
I was asking Lee. I'm sorry. Yeah. That guy used to creep me out when I was a kid, man. They used to cake on that white makeup on him. Oh, my God. That guy scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. The way he
I met him at Titan Towers the first time I met him. And you know who he was with at that time? Was Slick. I don't know if you remember the black guy Slick.
Slick.
They were together. Yeah, they were together and I met them. Slick was a really nice guy. Paul Bearer was kind of weird. He was kind of weird. But I'll tell you what, he had a heck of a gig with Undertaker. I mean,
yeah. What about that Bischoff and who's the other guy? Paul Heyman. You ever meet those guys?
Heyman, yes. Bischoff, no. And I'll tell you who hates my guts. Jim Crockett hates my guts.
Really?
He literally did a podcast. He did a podcast on me about 3 years ago.
You should play that. You should do that on your wrestling show.
Yeah, but there's a lot of personal stuff in it with my brother.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right. Fair enough.
And So it was. That's something. Actually, it's on my playlist. If someone wanted to watch it, Brother Love attacked me on a podcast. That clown. These guys really did not like me at all. I mean, those guys especially. Anybody that was close to Vince McMahon really went after me in podcasts.
So I shouldn't say nothing around Mr. Crockett that I talked to you with you or no?
Believe me, he'll know who you're talking about.
Oh boy,
I hit him back on Twitter pretty hard, and that's when things
boy.
started.
Yeah, I don't
sure.
I don't have
That was
Twitter.
back
I never got into Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter back. Well, Twitter was the thing. Well, Twitter's coming back now, but it's much better now. But I'm talking about like maybe before YouTube really became big.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Once Google bought YouTube, it just went to another different level.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. What about Bobby Heenan? Did you meet him?
All the managers were easy to meet.
Yeah.
All nice guys. They all hung out together. But the guy that I find the most amazing that is 80 years old. What's his name? Man, I'm getting old. I can't remember names. The guy with the long hair, the hippie type guy.
The guy with the megaphone, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy Valentine. Is that his name? Is that his name?
Jimmy Hart.
Valentine.
He's
Jimmy
like
Hart, the mouth of the South.
And he's still running around. And he has the mouth of the South. He drives around in a van with the mouth of the South on the side of his van. He doesn't give a shit. He self-promotes continuously. He does not stop. And if you want his autograph, you're paying him. He ain't doing it for nothing.
Wow.
Where's what? Here, I got a memento from mouth of the South. Where's mine?
What do you got? A wig now? My megaphone?
No, hang on. My megaphone.
Does it still work?
Hell yeah.
All right.
You know how many eardrums I blew out? No, never do it here. You know how many eardrums I blew out with this thing? Are you kidding me?
Cool.
Thanks, Lee.
Who would think like a prop like that would be a signature of him? You know what I mean?
Oh, please. That thing has been with me now for 30 years.
Hey, those props are all becoming very popular. I mean, they're increasing in value, incredible.
Yeah, they're collector's items. They probably got to get a certificate of authenticity now with all that shit.
Well, the thing of it is, I broke one. One time, a police officer ran over my first bullhorn. My uncle's, he gave it to me. So when they ran it over, everybody got me a new one. And that was the new one I've had now for the last 20 years. So, and they put my other one they retired it in a glass case. So, good stuff. So,
I always tell Angel Gotti that if I could do anything, it would be go to, her father's suits are all, still with the mom, right? Can you imagine putting his suit on eBay or just an auction house? Take it.
Oh my God!
I'll give you an example. He has a 5-carat pinky ring. Can you imagine what that would go for at Sotheby's or something?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I mean, just the people sitting down that would bid on that because it's 5 carats first of all, and it's John Gotti's. But that's one thing about his wife. She's not like these other people that would be out selling stuff. She's nothing like that. She could easily do it, but she won't.
Hopefully that stuff's passed down and kept forever, I mean,
that lady right now, she could retire.
Yes.
Listen to me. She could retire. Now listen to me. 5 starting out families in this lifetime, in this world. She could start out 7 families from the money she could make on that nostalgia alone for the rest of their lives. Okay, you could get 5 million for one shoe. You could probably get 10, 15 million for a pair of his shoes. Okay, don't make me go on there. Okay. I
You
mean,
know,
that would be priceless. That shit's
their,
priceless.
yeah, all their grandbabies' college could be paid for. But no, I mean,
That's all. That's all that lady. Wait
I
a
would do
minute.
everything. I
That's
would do
all that
everything.
lady's got to do. Wait. That's all that lady's got to do in 1-2 sentences, just like this. My husband wore this one night. Wait. My husband wore this out one night. It was his favorite T-shirt. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what that would go for? Incredible. You know just little punchlines like that. Punchlines.
You know what happened at the Mob Museum? They donated the John Gotti suit to the Mob Museum, right? And
Yeah.
about a couple weeks later, the Mob Museum had John A. Light as a speaker, and they took the suit back. They took the suit back.
Good.
You know, it's
yeah. No, that's good. That's super good. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, good. I would have took it back too.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
There it is.
Well,
the memories she's had of those things are worth more than any money. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. But I'm saying, this is what Dean Du's saying, as the business aspect part of it. That's all. There's people that would appreciate that stuff. That's all I'm saying.
It's only going to increase in value. It's like Babe Ruth. Yeah. There's stuff as it becomes rarer, especially it's going to become.
Call. Yeah. Here, I got this. Let me show you something real fast. I'll show you. I want to show you this. Why we're where did I put it away? Here, Lee Call. This came to Dean Du when I was a kid. This came to Dean Du from a great friend, one of my fathers, and I did a story on this. Everybody's seen it. It was 3 days. This was July 23rd, 1979. Thurman Munson died 4 days later, Lee Cole. That was an autograph. That was an autograph sent to Dean Du from Thurman Munson on a letterhead of New York Yankee Stadium, Lee Cole. That was 3 days before he died in that plane crash. Look at the Yankees on that piece of paper, Lee Cole.
Incredible.
Do you know what I've been offered for this?
I can imagine.
I will never, ever. I want to, like my daughter said, Dad, get rid of it now. I'll take the money. Don't put it in your coffin. That was 3 days before he died. One of the last autographs. He didn't sign autographs, Thurman Munson. He wasn't that type of guy. So imagine I didn't know what I had here until 20 years later. Me and my father were looking at that. My father goes, yo, Dean, do you know what you have here? I said, Dad, no, only my father was that smart. And he pointed that out to me.
Dean Du, you're right about Munson, because I used to always go to Yankee Stadium. I got mostly everybody's autograph, but I could never get his. And I used to wait by the back door where they would all come in. Bobby Mercer, they would all come through that door. Munson would not give his autograph, and he was very tough. Another tough guy to get it from was Greg Nettles. There were a couple of guys that were very tough to get autographs from.
See, Thurman Munson didn't have the time to sign autographs. He was a serious dude, Thurman. He would walk back and forth. And then you got to remember the problems in the 70s Thurman Munson team had. He couldn't be bothered with that, Thurman Munson. So
I remember one time Greg Nettles used to have a really hot wife he'd walk in with, and Bobby Mercer was walking behind him one time, and Bobby Mercer was staring right at his wife's ass. I mean, like this, all the way inside.
Well, sure. Oh.
That was my favorite player ever, Bobby Mercer.
Oh, Bobby Mercer was my man. Yeah, Bobby Mercer. Greg Nettles, too. One of the best third basemen in baseball.
I was heartbroken when they traded Mercer for that piece of shit Bonds' father. Both Bonds' son.
I know.
But the father was just as bad as the son. And he lasted 1 year in New York. They hated him so bad in New York, they traded him within 1 year.
Yeah, they did.
They got Mercer back 2 years later.
Right.
I just seen a YouTube. Go ahead.
No, Mercer went to the Giants for a second. Then he came back to the
He went
to
to
the
the Cubs
Yankees.
too.
Yeah, the
I always
Cubs
wanted,
too. You're right.
I always wanted to see Mercer hit a home run, and you know where I finally seen him hit one? When
Huh.
when the Cubs were playing against the Mets at Shea Stadium, I seen Mercer hit a home run.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the Monday night game with Howard Cosell when
Yeah.
Steinbrenner wanted to forfeit the game right after they buried Thurman Munson and Bobby Mercer hit the game-winning hit that night and they won.
He
Lee,
had a home run. Home run. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I think 3 RBIs that night.
4
Yeah, 2 runs,
RBIs, a home run, and a game-winning double. Yep.
Yes, baseball. Someone asked me, baseball is 100% my favorite sport. I have a sign behind me that says, "Baseball is life."
I love that. We were born.
There's nothing in sports harder than getting in the plate and trying to hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
You goddamn right. You're right about that one.
I was a good ball player in high school, and I thought I was good. And then I faced this guy. His name was Rene Delavar. He struck me out on 3 curves that I ducked that were coming right at my head and went across the plate. That's when I realized different level.
Yeah.
You can't even imagine. And can you imagine facing Randy Johnson in his prime?
No.
That had to be scary as hell.
I'd have to have like a knight's armor on to step in the box with that dude.
Hey, Lee Cole, let's go one step higher. Goose Gossage.
Oh my God, yep.
How about Goose's heat?
But Goose wouldn't be that. These guys now, they throw. I mean, Chapman, even though he's lost a lot of his stuff, I mean, in his prime, Chapman was throwing 103 miles like it was nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, nobody had the more controlled heat than Nolan Ryan. Nobody had more control of a fastball down the middle that you wouldn't see than Nolan Ryan, though. He had
7 no-hitters. Think about that. 7
no-hitters. I know. Guys don't even get no-hitters.
These pitchers don't even get 6 innings. Starters don't even go 6 innings anymore. How the hell is anybody going to touch that record?
They change them. They change them every inning, like in the playoffs, don't they now? Like change like the relievers, like every single inning now. It's insane.
Lee Cole, that was 7 9-inning game, pitched right there. Okay? 2. So they used to go 9 innings pitching, those guys.
And they had pitchers. Catfish Hunter couldn't throw the ball over 89 miles an hour, but he was a Hall of Famer. Because they allowed them to pitch. Now now the scouts want you to throw fastballs 95 to 98. If you don't, they don't even scout you.
Right. And like my father used to say, he could have went to the pros. My father was a great pitcher. Just like you hit it on the head with Catfish Hunter. You don't need speed. You don't need all that juice. When you got the tricks and you got the shit to throw at people, that's all you need. They'll never hit you. So,
yeah.
And nobody had a better breaking ball and curveball than Catfish Hunter. So, right there, that tells you.
Remember Frank Tanana's curveball?
Yeah, Frank Tanana.
Remember Bert Blyleven's for curveball? Oh my God!
Oh, I mean, that was junk. That's what you call junk. Yeah. That curveball would come right at you, 90, 80 miles per hour, but you couldn't even touch that when it came into the plate. That curve was deadly. It was.
So what do you think the Giants, the Yankees making that signing of Sosa? Not Sosa, damn it. They just signed the guy from San Diego.
San Diego. What's his name? Now you got me now, Sosa. You said Sosa. I'm stuck on Sosa.
Yeah.
Soto, right? Soto?
Soto, yeah.
Yes.
Now they say Soto is one of the purest left-handed hitters in the game, and they're putting him at Yankee Stadium with that porch.
That's okay.
And they picked up that. Well, he's probably gonna hit 60 home runs if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Then, they picked up that Verdugo guy from Boston, and same thing with that porch. He has a 400 batting average lifetime at Yankee Stadium, Verdugo, and he's becoming a Yankee.
Good.
They're trying to get back that.
Oh, it's Soto. I got you, BK. All right.
So they got Soto batting there, they got that kid Dominguez, and then they got
Ooh.
Judge. I mean, that middle of that lineup's going to be brutal.
Well,
Yeah, I'm so
Skipper
behind on
just said
baseball,
they
can't
got
even-
Fred Grisham and Vertigo
Yeah.
too. Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's why
Nice.
Vertigo is the guy we're talking about.
Yeah.
Grisham was a throw-in, and the funny thing about Grisham is 4 years ago he was drafted. He was drafted in the first round, and he had all this potential. He's never lived up to it in San Diego. Now, if he
Ooh.
comes to Yankee Stadium and he's a lefty, and if they get the right, and they're talking that Don Mattingly is going to be working with him. If Don Mattingly is working with him as lefty, that's what he needs. So they're bringing Don Mattingly in to work with these lefties that they got now. They got Vertigo, they got Vertigo and Grisham, who are lefties.
Yeah.
So
You're pumping me up. You're pumping me up. Mattingly, Mr. Baseball, teaching them.
Well,
I'm getting pumped.
They said he's coming in just to work with the lefties. The Yankees had no good lefties in their line. Oh, and then they got Rizzo, the first. So they're lefties. They got 4 lefties there that could be great. You're talking a lineup that I just pray to God they go out and get some pitching.
Oh, now you guys are BK and you, my father. Okay, we got all the home run leaders. We got to get some pitchers now. Can we get some pitchers on this ball club? My father's famous words. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had to get Soto. They had to give up the number 1 pitching prospect in baseball.
Oh boy!
And Soto's only got 1 year on his contract. If they don't sign Soto, that means they gave away the best pitcher this year in baseball, the voted best pitcher in the minor leagues. They gave him away for 1 year of usage of Soto. So that's going to be interesting to see. And Soto's going to have to get the same kind of contract as Judge.
Oh boy, yeah, you're right. I hope.
Can they swing that though, or?
Yeah.
The Yankees can. Yeah, easy. Yeah, they can swing. They got something up their sleeve. They're not going to do that.
Yeah,
they know that. To give up that pitcher like that kid, they damn well better have something up their sleeve.
Hey, Lee, that's all they'll do is trade Soto then and get a great pitcher. They know what they're doing.
They better not have to trade Soto. Soto is like.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I know.
The guy walks 100 times a year.
I know.
So and so does Judge. So can you
I
imagine?
like him.
Imagine being a pitcher and you got to face, and Vertigo does too, and you got to face these guys that sit there and take pitches.
But what about what's his name? What about Judge? What about what's his name?
Rizzo led the league and leads the league just about every year in on base percentage with a low batting average. Yeah, they know what they're doing with the offense. I just pray to God they a couple good pitchers.
Come on, Lee, help me out here. Who's designated hitting for us?
Well, what's his name still on the team, unfortunately, Stanton. And it's going to be between Stanton and Dominguez.
Okay, now this is where I was going. I kind of like Stanton behind them 2 guys. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be it.
Well, they already told Stanton, if you don't do it now, we're going to get rid of you. The Yankees are at the point now. He's owed $98 million.
I know.
Yankees are at the point now that they will drop him if he does not. They're saying, look at the guys we're putting around you. There's no excuses for you not.
Yeah, right. No, you're right there, buddy. You got to step up.
And he gets injured when he sneezes.
I know.
I have no faith. Yeah, and Dominguez is out to the All-Star break with Tommy John surgery.
Oh, okay.
So that, at least they're BK Skip, that's good stuff, man.
Oh, BK knows his Yankees. BK knows his Yankees. He's on that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, don't start with.
I used to sit out in the bleachers of the old Yankee Stadium for $1.50, and I used to sit out there with all the Puerto Ricans, and they would have these cowbells, and they would all have Thunderbird bottles, and they would pass them around. By the time I walked out of there, I'd be drunker than a skunk. Because I don't know if people know what Thunderbird is, but they would say, hey, and once they get to know you, they'll always be handing you that Thunderbird. But the Puerto Rican Remember that old guy?
You mean that cowbell? You mean that cowbell? I have that cowbell, mister. Oh, yes, I do, Lee Cole. Here, you want to see our official? Lee Cole, I'll tell you what, if I show you one more of my prize things over here, hang on, Lee Cole.
No, he had a big cowbell. He had the big one with the.
Well, this is the only one needed in this house, okay?
Yeah.
My wife hates that thing.
I used to sit out in the bleachers because you can get stoned and drunk out there with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody bothered you. If you try to smoke a joint now at Yankee Stadium, you'd have 100 security people jumping. But back then, everybody was out in the bleachers. The guy said, I'm going out in the bleachers because I want to get stoned and watch the game.
Lee, I sat out in the bleachers for a World Series game. I walked out of that stadium squishing in beer from head to toe. Okay, I was frozen that night. When they hit that home run, the beer that went in the air and all over everybody in those bleachers, you could swear they dropped it from a helicopter.
Chambliss home run?
Huh?
Chris Chambliss.
Brocious. Scott Brocious' home run.
Do you remember
back in the 90s?
Remember in 1976 when Chambliss hit his home run?
I was in front of the TV, me, my grandfather, and my father going ballistic. Okay, I'll never forget that when he walked up to the plate. Of all guys, Chris Chambliss, smash.
You know what's funny though? When he walked up to the plate, everybody had that feeling. I think he had that look. It was just
Well, and you know what? He was due. He was due. He didn't have many hits that series, Lee. So when he walked up to the plate, it was buzzing. I'll never forget. My father said it that night. If he don't do something here, and look what happened. Yep.
You know what?
He was in a little slump.
Do you remember Cliff Johnson?
Yes.
Big Cliff. I was by a foul pole. I was by a foul pole during a game one time, and he had a home run. It came flying down to. And it was coming right at me, and like an idiot, I put my hand up, and it hit my hand. It fell down in front of me. I got it, but I had to go to the first aid thing because my hand was damaged. It's like remember when Cliff Johnson hit a home run, he hit a home run.
Yeah.
All it was a bullet, and it's like a natural instinct to put your hand up.
Yep.
You know, I went to Fenway Park a couple times, and if you sat on the first base side of Fenway Park, you're right on top of the plate. When those foul balls came off, now they put netting up. Back then, there was no netting. You were scared. You were there scared. You felt like you're in Iraq. Something's going to come at your ass real fast. and Boston used to have these lefties come up, like Fred Lynn and those guys, and they used to rip it in there.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that clip, Theendu? I think you put it on your shorts of Evan Longoria saving the news reporter at line drive. I heard that's fake. Is that fake?
Oh, I don't think so. That was an interview.
Yeah, so a news reporter was interviewing Evan Longoria on the first baseline, and somebody
yes,
that was real.
It was real.
That was real. Yeah. Yes.
All right, I heard it was fake. I'm just asking.
You got to remember. Somebody
on YouTube said that.
He saved her life.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember that was 12 years ago. So could you imagine the way they chopped that shit up already? You know what I mean? Yeah, he really did that.
I remember when that little boy got hit in the stands and Jim Rice carried him bloody across the field. Remember that? It was in the back page of every paper in the country. But Jim Rice went into the stands, got the boy out, and ran him in to hit the first aid of the Boston team. This kid was hit really bad. He was just pouring with blood, and it was in the back page of every sports section in America when he did that.
Wow. Listen to me. Nothing is worse than a baseball or hockey puck. When it hits a fan, especially a hockey puck, I seen this guy get hit right in the forehead at a hockey game one time. the blood just squirted for. It was horrible, horrible. But those, nothing you could do about it when you're at the game. Unfortunately, now they got nets up. Thank God. They built in Buffalo. They put the nets all the way around the ice rink now.
Yeah.
Because of that.
They got to, and they do that in baseball now too. And it's a smart thing to do. Listen, people used to go. You know, if you want a foul ball, go in the outfield or get, go in the upper deck or something. But it's better than someone getting killed by a baseball being ripped into the.
So
kids
did
get
you
hit all the time?
Did you guys see that hockey player? It was over. I think it was overseas. And
yeah, he cut the guy's throat. He should go to prison.
Yeah, you know.
He jumped up and swung his skate at the guy on purpose.
Sliced his throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at first they just suspended him, and then there's a giant outcry, and now he's facing time now.
They arrested him.
Good.
Yeah.
That guy had a reputation for doing dirty hits like that, and it finally caught up with him. He fucking killed the guy.
But he literally jumped off his feet, and you could see him swing his skate at the guy.
Yeah.
Well, see, people don't understand what we experienced in Buffalo with Clint Malarchuk.
Yeah.
I was at that game. Did
you ever see that?
Okay.
Did you ever see that, Lee? Clint Malarchuk? He got his jugular cut right on the ice. Buffalo Sabres.
Right on the ice.
Yeah.
And he survived.
Yeah. Something you couldn't even Hollywood couldn't reproduce.
No. That ice was more that down in that goal crease. It took them, I think, a week to scrape that ice and cover it from the blood. That night when he started skating towards the bench with the blood squirt, it was like a scene out of a horror movie.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I was in shock that night. That poor guy. That was terrible. Terrible. I was going to do a thing on that, but it was just, I don't even want to. A Buffalo thing, Buffalo sports story, but it's just like the hell with that.
I used to be a big hockey fan, and one of the things that I loved was when Dave the Hammer Schultz used to kick everybody's ass, and one day he ran into Clark Gillies.
Oh.
Clark Gillies wiped the ice with him, and no one ever seen it coming. No one knew that Clark Gillies knew how to fight.
Well, no. Yeah. You know who that was like Joe Perreault. Nobody knew Joe Perreault could fight until the one day in Toronto. He started knocking people out left and right. We didn't even know Joe Perreault could throw a punch. And after that fight with Toronto, nobody even messed with him again.
Like Ray Emery, the goalie for Ottawa, he could fight.
Back then, the fighting was. Back then, though, when you're taking the hockey, it was so normal for fighting. Yeah. Now it's like you get a penalty right away, and that was part of the game. They've taken that away from the game. They destroyed everything else in sports.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They made the Rob Ray rule. You know what that is?
Yeah, jersey.
Yeah, you got to actually fasten your jersey to your pants in hockey because Rob Ray used to pull everybody's jersey over their head. Yeah, and or his own jersey off for that matter, and fight. Yeah. Brad May was a boxer too, Theendu.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Brad May, yeah. Brad May was a
He didn't fight a lot though. He didn't fight a lot.
No.
Remember that little guy? Remember that little guy, Todd Domey was his name or something?
Ty Domey, yeah. He beat the shit out of Rob Ray, I think. Yep. He was a fighter. He was a scrapper for sure.
But all those guys sooner or later always meet somebody that's tougher. Always.
Hey, Lee. Life teaches you one thing, Lee. There's always someone tougher when you wake up in the morning, Lee. I don't care who you are. There's nobody tough.
Oh, and what's more pathetic than the guys on here to act tough?
Oh, please, Lee, please. We'd have to do a comedy show. That's a comedy show, Lee.
Oh my God. It's like, hey, I went up and met Sammy Gravano. I got punched in the temple and wore it with pride. I never said, I would do it.
Please don't make me laugh. Please stop. Oh, if you ever do that again, oh my God.
I'm taking the right temple next time. And let me tell you why. People say, how did it feel? How did it feel to get punched in the temple by him? I said, well, I do 30,000 more views a day now. So I'm going to go give him the right temple next time.
All right, let me ask you this. What happened? Did you get punched and floor the car and get out of there? Is that
I
what
can't.
you
No,
do?
that's no. If you listen to the video, we cut some of that out. But if you
Yeah.
listen to the video, he's hanging in the car calling me a cocksucker, and I'm calling him a cocksucker, rolling back and forth. We're swearing at each other.
But how did it end?
So-
Like, how did you get away?
So
Yeah.
what happened is when he came up to the car, I'm talking to his father. Everything's cool. We're going back and forth. But he sees me filming his money machine, his dad. Nobody films his dad.
Right.
Yeah, but people said he was protecting his son. No, his father. No, he was protecting me taping his father. He doesn't. So, but here's what he did. When he swung his punch at me, he aimed it at me to knock me out. It wasn't just like a jab. He went
Right.
back, and then it hit my temple. And then as soon as it hit my temple, he came flying in the car across my body, trying to grab my phone. And if you watch the video, you'll see the Marilyn Monroe across my body. He was wearing a Marilyn Monroe T-shirt. A man wearing a Marilyn Monroe T-shirt. That should tell you something. And so I knew I had to get him out of the car because his father was telling him, pull him out of the car. And so I lifted him up and pushed him back out. And we're still calling each other cocksucker back and forth. Then I drove 30 feet and I thought they grabbed my phone. And I said, give me my effing phone. And Sammy yells at his son, no, go inside. He tells his son. And so we're just swearing at each other. I drive away. Sammy said, I didn't get smacked. I got punched in the temple one time. And I want to thank you very much, Sammy.
Oh,
There it is. That's awesome.
I don't know, Lee.
That's funny.
I would do it again. I would do it again. Hey, listen, how many people could say that they went and fucked with Sammy Gravano?
I'm done. Nobody, Lee. You're right. You know what, Lee? I think you got me.
Someone told me when he ratted on John Gotti, he was on every newspaper in America as a rat. Nobody knew.
No.
Now he's on Fox News.
James and I found where he was. That guy was within 30 feet of me. If I was a hitman, he'd be dead. Just like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wasn't. I was just there. And people say, "Oh, it wasn't planned." I drove by and seen a little cartoon character sitting on the bench. And when he got up and walked toward me, it was like Bugs Bunny or somebody who was walking toward me. It's like a cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, because Sammy's this tiny little guy. You know, and he walks. He has that strut. You know, that strut like I'm about to kill you. You know.
Oh.
You'll never get that out of it. You'll never get. That'll be with him till he dies. That's just how he is. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what.
All those mannerisms, everything. That's just how it is.
If you would have got out of that car and knocked both of them out fucking cold in that parking lot, got in the car and walked away, yeah, I think you would have been America's golden child superstar. Okay, Lee? Maybe you should have took that chance. Oh.
No. I'm going to take the chance of getting out of that car and having his son, who's 43 years old, 20 years younger than me.
I know.
That would have been the dumbest thing I did, because as long as I was in my car, I was protected. It's my property.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, Lee. Well, Lee, you know what? That's Dean do for you. That's all. I would have opened that door.
No, you just say that. You just say that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Oh, Lee, if I would have took the time, listen to me. If I would have took the time like you, if I would have did all that, I didn't take the time to go to Sammy. See, here's what I was supposed to. When I went there, I had two. I was thinking about going to try to find Sammy to see where he was. Never going to see him. When I first originally went there, I was supposed to interview Bill Catullo from home. And Bill Catullo had an emergency surgery where he almost died in California and he couldn't make it home. And then I was going to interview the guy from MMA Holes. He lives in Phoenix. And that fell through. So I went driving and I did a video. I went back to all of Sammy's old haunts and videotaped them and put them. And then when I drove to the final spot where Sammy was, I never knew that was going to happen. That was just one of those things. Someone said to me, why didn't you get up and go inside of a building? Who would be stupid enough to go inside of a building with Sammy Gravano? Right.
I mean, that's asking. I mean, I don't know. Sammy Gravano's there with his son. Nobody's in his building. And I'm supposed to go in with those two in their building.
No,
What does Sammy say? Sammy says, "I always have a gun on me." He
uh,
says that to this day.
Yeah.
well, see, we could go around the bush on this one. I'm gonna say one time where I came from. I get out of the car. Both of them would have been laying right there,
Hey,
or
Thiedu, you
wait,
can't say,
let me finish. Or
I come from
Theendu
New
would
York
have been
too.
laying, or
I
Theendu
came
would have
from.
been laying right there because he's
See
got
that
the
would
pistol.
you know how embarrassing that would be?
What?
When's the last time we seen someone in this genre get out of their car and get knocked out?
Well, see,
I don't want
that's
to be that guy. I don't want to be that.
Not long ago.
Yes, I don't want to be that.
Lee. Listen to Theendu. I'm your age. I know. I get it. We're different. We
We're
come
not
from
different.
different. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I come from Yonkers, and I grew up in New York City. There's no
I
difference.
know you do. I know, but
I grew up in the street. It's called
that's what
age.
we do here.
If you're a certain age, don't be stupid and think you're Superman.
No,
That's
I understand. I'm talking in general. See, that's the name of the game, Lee. Theendu will get out of that car. If I get knocked the fuck out, I get knocked the fuck out, buddy. But I know one thing.
It's different when you think, dude. You're not threatening to beat people up and wanting to.
No, I know, Lee. I know. I'm not. I'm not arguing over. I know. It's a different ball game. Yes.
You
I get it, buddy.
When I found my phone, I got the biggest smile on my face because I realized I got the shot.
Right.
So that probably happened all within what? About a minute? Not even? Just bing bang and out.
Not even a minute. You know what's funny? Wow. You know what's funny? When I drove around the first time, he's sitting on his bench with his son, and I looked right at him, and he says, he goes to his son, "That's Lee Cole." And then I go, as soon as I hear him say that, I go down and loop around and come back, and that's when I said, "Hey, Sammy, how you doing?" And but did you see the best video I seen on it was Mikey Scars talked about that whole situation. Mikey Scars actually said it best. And, I have that video because Mikey Scars he knows Sammy personally. And, he said that what I did took the biggest balls to do you can ever imagine. He said, Sammy Gravano is a serial killer. That's what he is. Yeah. Oh, and when you want to kill a guy like that, he never knows if he wants to kill tomorrow. He never knows. See, when I think about it again, I'm like, how stupid could you be, Lee? Say Gerard had a gun and just put it to your temple. Then I say, but you know what? If I was going to go that way, what a fucking way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, how did your dad die? Oh, he got blown away by Sammy Gravano's son.
Oh, that's not the legacy I would want personally, but
Hey, let me tell you something. If I went there and I was dying of cancer, Sammy would have been in trouble that day.
Right. No, I'm saying my kids are still growing up, and I'm in a way different situation. I'm just
I'm not. I'm like, you're like, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die within the next, hopefully within the next 20 years. I could die tomorrow. When you get to a certain age, every day you get up, you're like, I'm up today. That's me now. So,
I just said it, Lee. Is there going to be any more days where we wake up? Ooh, I feel good today. Ooh, I want to go do this. Every day it's aches and pains and a new pain coming in, huh?
It's funny. I take Polly to the vet, and I said, well, she's in pain. And the vet looks at me and goes, well, Polly's your age. Of course she's in pain. A dog's no different than a human being. They get up in the morning, they hurt. They're old. They're getting older. Right. Their body's breaking down. And then I looked at her X-rays, and she has arthritis in her bones. And but she gets around great. Has a good, strong heart and lungs like me.
Good.
I'm the same way. You get to a certain point in life, you just take each like being here on YouTube, like. I'm writing a book about my life, and James is reading it. And I said to James, James, I stopped writing that book 10 years ago. That was up to 10 years. And the things that have happened to me in the last 10 years is a whole nother lifetime. I never thought I'd be on here on YouTube. I never thought that our show would be excelling the way it is. I never thought I would meet Gravano face to face. I never thought that my one of my very best friends is Angel Gotti. I never thought that stuff.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen. I've lived an exciting life, and I wouldn't. If people would love to live the life I live.
Yeah, I never
I
would have
can't
thought in
even
100 years I'd be DJing weddings and making a very good living off of it. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Look at me.
I have a restaurant and sales background. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never thought that would happen. I love it.
Look at me. My best friend I made in 2 years on here. His name is Tommy Stiliano. He's got a rubber ducky. He sits in the bathtub with it. Huh?
As long as you don't sit in the tub with them, then do.
That's it, Lee. I try to stay out of the
I
tub
mean, he
with
was,
him.
he was
Yeah.
in that area for 5 days there, Lee. So I don't know.
Stop it. And look at what else. He makes me we got pet monkeys. Look at the things I do with my best friend now. Are you kidding? I wouldn't trade this in for the world. Oh,
I seen the video when you guys met. I seen the video when you guys met. That was really cool.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was fun
Plus-
meeting with the guys.
Yeah, it's good to if you could be on YouTube and meet a couple of people that you can call friends. The problem
Yeah.
on here is people say, I'll give you an example. If I interview a rat, Lee's friends with him now. How the hell
Right.
am I friends with him?
Well,
Because I ask people questions. You know, that's the thing. It's like because you ask people questions does not make you friends with them. I'm not friends with James is my friend. Angel Gotti is my friend. And after that,
Right.
everybody else is an acquaintance. I don't know them. We don't even know if we'll meet and get along.
right. Hey,
Personalities.
Lee, when I met, not only did I meet Tommy, I met 3, 4 more people on that trip. I mean, Dindu killed 4 birds with 1 stone. I met great people. You know, I've met Vinny Brooklyn guy. I met Skipper driving with, I mean, it was priceless. We had See No Evil. We had a ball. So there are great, good people on here. You know, take
Yep.
your time.
For sure.
Take your time. Figure out.
And it's like, if you don't, you may not like Tom LaVecchia, but that was pretty. A lot of people don't, but that was pretty cool when Tom LaVecchia used to get together with those guys at his house and smoke cigars and do their show.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Right.
I mean, how many
Right.
people like have done that? You know,
Right. I mean, that's what we do over here. I mean, me, Todd, Father, we get together over here. Cletus. No, there's our other guy. Noel, too.
Noel, do you have a
No.
voice? You got your voice back?
No.
My voice is back.
Calm down.
Hey guys, can you pause me for a minute?
Take you down off of here?
Yeah.
Or mute you? I don't
Hey,
know.
guys,
Hang on.
thanks a lot. I enjoyed.
Oh, I think I muted him.
All
All right,
right,
Lee, yeah,
Lee
be good.
Paul.
Thanks for coming
Be
on, man.
good, Lee Paul.
What's up?
Living a dream. You?
Oh, same. Same on the couch. On the couch making social or New York State disability. How you doing?
I can't say the same.
So what really
Oh.
grinds your gears? That's what you said. You want to know what grinds your gears? So what grinds your gears?
Nothing. Just,
Bad hair day?
oh, the worst.
You look good, Noel. I'm glad your
worst.
voice is back.
Oh,
I need a haircut.
I
You
know
it
what
doesn't look
grinds
like
his
it.
gears.
It looks like it's fixed. Looks beautiful, Noel.
Look at my gray hair.
Look at that gray hair.
Salt and pepper, baby. You pull it off.
I can't win.
You pull it off, buddy. Mustang Mike says you look like an actor.
Oh, thanks, Mustang.
Yeah.
What's
No
going on?
homo. But what's up? You at work? Are you home? Where are you doing?
No, I just stopped home, let the dogs out. Appointment in Boca and headed back to work.
Nice. My both of my dogs are sleeping next to me. One's on the floor, one's on the couch right here. No froze.
Is it snowing?
Yeah, it
Is it
snowed
snowing there?
overnight. I got about 2 inches at my house. Actually, I did.
That's what I heard about you.
What?
That's what I heard about you.
Yeah, well, you heard right. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What about your cousin? What's he up to over there?
who Theendu?
Mm-hmm.
He's ringing cowbells in his garage with the megaphone. Fucking guy. I was waiting for him to pull out like a statue or something. Show Lee Cole. He was showing Lee everything.
I showed him my Thurman Munson and my cowbell and my what the
I
fuck?
know. I'm just kidding.
I mean, these shows are such barn burners lately.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen here, man. Like, it's crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Cletus, you fucker. He said he only got 1.5 inches when he measured at my house earlier.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah. No, I actually had to, use the snow brush this morning. It was heavy. It was raining though. Like, it's like sleeting when I got out. It was all heavy. It was shitty. So they were plowing the slush roads.
That's right.
You know, there wasn't even. It was all water on the roads. They're plowing it. Unreal. So I wrote down a couple. Getting back to our topic that went off for over an hour. Buffalo pet peeves. So I wrote down. They only scrape off. Someone who scrapes off only what they could see out of their windshield. They don't do their windows. They don't do their fucking back windshield. They just get in the car and go.
They should lose their life.
Yeah. Because I saw it this morning. That was my trigger today of doing this show, was seeing that car with only like a little bit of the windshield scraped off.
No, they should take their license away.
And then I said, when your neighbor snow blows all their shit on your lawn or on your property,
you should be able to burn their house down.
Look at behind Noel right now. How beautiful is that, man?
All it takes is one time. The first person that gets their house burned down for doing something like that, no one will do it again.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone needs to be made an example of, don't you think?
Yeah, disclaimer. Don't do what Noel does or says. Yeah.
And what else did I add? The sidewalk not being everybody on the whole street does their sidewalk, right? Clears off their sidewalk, and then there's that asshole who's got the 20 feet of their sidewalk a foot of snow. That's a pet peeve. A winter pet peeve.
How about what happened to me? How about people that slow down to a crawl through an accident when they could just kind of cruise through and not slow anybody down behind them, but they're so fucking worried about seeing something. They want to see blood. They want to see someone asshole falling out or something. They're so consumed with slowing down and being nosy Nancy's, and they slow everything down.
Rubbernecking. Yep.
Just keep driving. It's none of your fucking business.
Oh.
Unless you're an attorney.
Well, or you're like Theendu, he's got to pull out the phone for for content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Asshole.
I'm kidding. I'm just as guilty. I'm not gonna lie. Cletus says his house was built in 1880. No driveway. Yeah.
By General Custer.
Yeah. Cletus, where do you live? Let's go get coffee today.
He must live on the west side.
Yeah, maybe. Driveway. Yeah, no driveway. Yeah, definitely not around me. What do you want to do, Cletus? Where do you want to go get some chicken wings today, Cletus? I'm starving right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, chicken wings. Yeah.
All right, here's the $1 million question.
Shoot.
How long has it been since you've had surgery?
Tomorrow will be today's Wednesday, right?
Yep.
So today's Thursday, right? What the fuck is
Thursday?
4 weeks. 4 weeks ago.
Has Theendu brought you a pizza, some scum dogs?
Nothing.
Something.
Not a fucking thing.
Wegmans gift card, something.
Nothing.
Case of beer, something.
No, haven't seen him.
Hang on.
He's not listening.
Hang on. No.
Wow.
Hang on.
Wow, he got you. He stung you good there. Yeah, I just been sitting here all alone for 4 weeks. No, I don't got much company. I don't got much going on. I mean, this is my only social life. You know.
No, I left you a message in the chat. I answered you, no.
All right, I can't wait.
You're number one, baby.
213? Oh shit.
All right, I gotta run. I got a 11:30 Zoom call. So.
All right, goodbye,
Thanks
a-hole.
for coming up, buddy.
Goodbye, a-hole. Bye.
Yeah. Where'd you give him in a private chat? No, there's nothing in there.
No, I gave it to you. Right, I gave it to him right in the chat. Oh, it's not coming up. The comment has been held.
Really?
Yeah.
Hang on.
It says this comment has failed to post to Toddfather.
Really? Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Let me go on my side and see here. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, it won't let me post it.
Wow, I don't think I made any major settings to
Let me try it again. Hang on. Look at me. Let me try it again. Oh, I don't think it's going to let me. No, it won't let me. It won't let me.
What worked for you there, Johnny? What happened? It didn't come up for nobody ever even saw it. So
Look at Gianni. Gianni's it came through. It won't come through for me.
yeah, I don't know.
Gianni, do it again, Gianni. Just to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it comes up for Gianni. It didn't come up for me. You know what? Let me get my ass going. I got things I got to do yet. So
Yeah, we're going up on 2 hours here, man. I think
Yeah.
we got our point across with some pet peeves, and Lee came on. We talked sports again, so I think
Yeah.
it was a pretty well-rounded show. I'm not complaining at all. It's pretty good.
No.
Will came on, so Stig was on for a little
Absolutely.
bit, but yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen over here, man. Crazy.
Good stuff.
1 minute and 3. All right. Well, we got to make a point here before I go back to work to get together with Cletus. So
Well, we could do that.
we definitely got to do that. But all right. Are you going on in a little bit?
I was gonna let me see where I'm at.
All
I
right.
probably will. I'll probably go on just to shoot the shit with everyone.
Thank you, Skip.
So
All right.
I got a lot of topics.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right then. I will be probably in and out of your show because I got to pick up my kids from school. So
Okay.
but I will stop and say hello for sure.
You got it, buddy. I'll see you at 2. I'll see everyone at 2. Be good.
All right. Thanks for coming up.
All right.
All right. We'll see you. All right, guys. That was Theendu. Thank you, Gianni. That was it's always kind of cool to when you have an unexpected guest coming on. I mean, it could go any way, shape, or form. The good thing is everybody probably thinks if Lee comes up here, it's going to be all drama and craziness, but we've kept it to sport and topic, and it's turned out really well. So I'm glad. Pretty soon I'm not going to be able to do shows like this because I'll be back to doing shows at 5:30 in the morning again. Because once I go back to work, I'll hopefully be sleeping by this time, or I will be sleeping by this time. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Ending off, I think it says like 17 people here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show with Pet Peeves. We gave some pretty obvious ones, and had some fun with it. So if you guys have any other topics, my email is in my description of my show that you want me to do and touch on. I'd be happy to, look at some ideas. What are you saying? Yeah, Cletus is I'm actually Cletus, I'm 1 digit different than your zip code there, buddy. That's all I'll say. So so yeah, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I'm starving over here. So everybody go to Theendu's at 2:00, and then I think Joey Merlino shows on at I believe 6. Then I think Stiggs is going to do a show right after that, and then you guys will see me tonight with Stiggs. And yeah, all right, I'll shave. And I will be online with Stiggs and Anthony for their wine tasting tonight. And I promise, Stiggs, I will shave for you, buddy. Maybe I'll gel my hair too. Who knows? But all right. Hey, Brian, how are you? Hope you're healing up, buddy. Hope everything's going well for you. But all right, guys, that is it. I just gave you the lineup. Hit like, subscribe, donate if you'd like. And maybe I will be on, what is today? Thursday? I don't know. Maybe in the next few days I'll be on at some point. So, guys, have a great day. Be productive. Be safe. And I'll see you guys all later.